Stone. We're out of stone. Okay. That might be why there's a delay on stuff. I should be working stone over here. Let's get the stone out again. In fact, there's loads of the stuff. Maybe I wonder if I deleted the thing by mistake. Right. 2 people gathering 100%, and same over here. Stone is too valuable to not be picking up. That'll do. That should get us enough for now. Pouch 69. Excuse me. Pouch 69. Thanks for playing this game. Hey, my pleasure. I've been having a blast playing this. It's been really, really good. I've enjoyed the whole thing. I'm interested in sort of history and archaeology anyway, but I know this isn't too accurate in those regards, but it's got that same sort of interest about it, which I really like. So, yeah, it's been a pleasure playing this one. Does anyone have experience with gigabyte motherboards? Not specifically with gigabyte motherboards, but what's the issue, Indigo? Can't say I'll have any useful tips I can pass on, but we have a lot of skins. We have enough tannin to produce leather. So we should be okay. We should be able to get some of that going. Is that old? Nope. Okay, so we're just doing a bit of micromanagement at the moment just to see if everything's okay. Somebody killed that. Some wild animal that's wandered into our camp. There we go. There's some more leather. Is that a dead horse? An adult male horse? Oh, I must have told them to kill that. Yeah, it's looking okay. There's some more stone out here. Just thinking about getting that Gigabyte B450 Aorus motherboard, but not sure how well Gigabyte motherboards work. I've been using an Asus one. They're fine, generally. Asus and Gigabyte, they're both boards I'd quite happily use. I have in this machine, this is an Asus one in here. My last 2 gaming builds have been Asus, but there's nothing wrong with Gigabyte ones. Just, well, generally speaking, just have a quick check on the forums, see if there's been any problems. There isn't normally, and even if there is, they're normally things that are fixed with a BIOS update. So, yeah, Gigabytes they're fine as long as the chipset features do what you want them to do in regards to overclocking or whatever else. That's the only thing to watch out for, but that's the same with any motherboard. But yeah, I happily use them. In fact, I have one. Why aren't we killing that pig? Oh, we did. Someone just came and killed it. Good timing. I have one up on a shelf up there, but it's just like a basic workhorse board. It's nothing special. I got it in to do a repair for a client, and it turned out the processor was dead in the machine in the end. I didn't have a processor I could have fitted in to test the board out. Previous board out, unfortunately, so... But yeah, I'm happy to use those. They're fine. You like MSI? Yeah, MSI are fine. The boards are fine. My first gaming machine I built had an MSI board in, so I quite liked it. At the time, it was one of the best ones around. Their website can be a bit iffy for getting drivers and stuff from. That's the biggest challenge I've had with them. I've had no problems with the boards. I use an MSI graphics card in this. But I know sometimes like you go on the MSI website and it's like it doesn't feel like it's being translated properly into English. That's the only issue I've really come across with them. Looks a bit of a mess around here, doesn't it? Yeah, we're short on stone. That's our excuse me, our issue here. Let's get these built fast. We're low on sheep again, and that means we're going to end up out of wool, which isn't good. Wolves, ibex. Aha, there we go. There's 3, have them. I know why it is. It's because last time we were getting too many sheep, I just indiscriminately clicked on the button to slaughter all of them. Well, not quite all, but it took a few more than I was planning to. Is that one? By itself out there and nearby? Have it. Well, Defipped, you got an Asus X99, which gave you problems not booting. You found a guy with a YouTube video had the same problem. You have to unplug the USB gaming devices so it can boot reliably. I don't know about that particular board, but there's been lots of instances in the past where motherboards won't boot up if they've got USB flash drives plugged in, and it's because the BIOS is looking for them for an operating system. Sometimes you can just fix it by checking to make sure it's not in the boot order above the main hard drive. But I have seen boards that just doesn't matter how you set the boot order. If you've got a USB flash drive plugs in, it thinks, aha, we need to look at that for an operating system, whether there's one there or not. I've come across that quite a bit. Not specifically just with Asus boards, but in general. Man, we've got technology to spend. Oh, we're nearly at the steel making age. And then we have a decision to make about... we haven't even upgraded this fully yet. Oh, did I set them to be upgraded? I don't remember setting them to be upgraded, but it's upgraded them, so... We'll take it. And now we can develop steel making. We've effectively finished the game, because there's nothing left to research. But we haven't, of course. But what we will do is make sure that nobody is building steel or iron anything anymore. We're building... Let's get rid of those as well. We're building pure steel goods now. Steel and bronze, actually, which is a bit of an odd combination. Get rid of all those. And I better tell my bloomeries to stop producing iron. It is a waste when we can produce wonderful steel. There we go. Oh, hang on. No, we can't do that. Because I still need iron bars to produce guard towers stuff. Damn, I was getting a little bit ahead of myself there. But we should be okay. We won't need a lot either. So, steel is infinity. And iron will have... So we've got 20 iron bars in stock. That should be enough for upgrading in the meantime. That looks better. These guys still producing bronze stuff. Is now the time to stop? No, because I've got tons of things I can still make. Did I upgrade one of these to a bloomery? I swear I did. There, I've set it to be upgraded, but it hasn't actually upgraded yet. Maybe I just need to destroy that. Maybe no one can get to it because of the way I've got things placed. Maybe if I trash... Yeah, I don't need so many. Recycle those two. It is kind of in an odd place. I don't need so much bronze now, so... I think the priority should probably be on those. And the bronze ones can go to low. And we'll upgrade those later on. Alright, so if you had joystick, pedals, etc. plugged in, it wouldn't boot. Gaming peripherals. There must have been something about those particular pieces of hardware that were confusing the BIOS. It's a little bit odd. But you do sometimes find odd things like that. Did I have one like that? I maybe did. I think I maybe did. Was it? I don't... Well, I can't remember the model of the board. But I do remember having one that wouldn't boot up if I had my joystick plugged in. But what was the joystick? It was a Cytec Cyborg, I think, at the time. And I had to remember to unplug it when I turned the computer off. So I could boot it up next time. Otherwise it would jam. But I can't remember what the board was. That was going back a little while. Stone is rolling in. We've still got flint coming in. Still got stacks of logs. The logs might be piling up in the fields, actually, because I don't know that I've got anywhere to put them. If I just build a couple of storage houses, or piles, rather. Where can I fit these? I don't want to fit them in such a way that we can't fit anything else in. There. Just to put the logs. Milestone unlocked. The riddle of steel. So there we go. Is that going to finish it? That effectively is all the goals of normal mode completed. The last milestone finished. You could effectively say that's the game completed if you wanted to for normal mode. There's still more upgrades I could do. I could play as long as I wanted. I could get all the guard towers upgraded. I could try building another settlement. What would you folks like to see? The options are to continue with this, upgrade, finish, and build a new settlement down there. There's nothing new to discover. It really is just growing now and setting your own goals. Or alternatively, I'll just set these houses off upgrading. Alternatively, I can load in my hardcore gameplay, and you can take a look at that, because we're playing in the frozen northern wilderness, which is a separate scenario with longer winters. It's tougher. And the main goal in that, to finish the final milestone, is to get your population up to 150 with having 30 roundhouses. It's pretty tough, because the raiders are a lot harder. So what would you like to see? You had that problem with the bloomery, Ptolemachus? I had to turn it off? Ah, okay. I've got more than I need, so... Another settlement is definitely a challenge. It would be. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work, but it'll definitely be a challenge. I need to build a settlement up to resist the coming of the Romans. That'd be quite nice if that came in a DLC, wouldn't it? The Roman invasion. I mean, we're kind of at the stage where this is just like a pre-Roman society now. Since our earlier catastrophe when we ran out of things to hunt and the huge starvation of 76, we've managed the food pretty well, and we've never gone hungry since. It's gone quite well, though. Hardcore sounds nice. Cuddles are first. Shall we have a go while we're playing this? See if we can get another settlement going. I'm not sure I'm going to do it. I found the location I want for it. It's a long way off, though. I think what we'll do is start with... Let's start with... We're going to make a logging... This is going to be interesting. We're going to make a bit of a logging camp. I don't know how this is going to work, so just bear with me. We're going to make a roundhouse. It's going to be right in the middle. Yeah, let's do this. One of those. Phew, that lightning was a bit close. A couple of wood piles, which we can move later. A well. I'm going to build a well. Let's have that. There's a river just here, actually. We don't need to build a well. They can get a drink out the river for now. And should we build a storehouse? Should we try building a storehouse? What else would we need for the bare minimum? Because what I'm going to do is build a logging camp and just clear this area. We might want 2 roundhouses, actually. Not that. Just so people don't have to disappear for miles to get shelter. Can't remember which way the other one was orientated, but that'll do. Okay. Don't think... We're not going to worry too much about that side of it for now. Although, having said that... Skull pole... and a totem, somewhere for them to worship so they don't have to go all the way back to the other place. If this gets trashed by the first load of bandits that come along, I'll be quite annoyed. Campfire. Don't think we need anything else. Shall we try that? And then what we're going to do is set a work area to completely clear this of trees. 100%. Clean this out. And that'll give us a lovely location for building on. and a lot of the resources we need to build as well. So set it up to 2 people, 3 people, and 100%. We're going to get this cleared. And also what would be a good idea if we build... I'm going all in very quickly. A couple of stone storage pits. And we're going to set a stone storage area. Work area, rather. No, it's not that. There's a lot of stone around here, so this will do for like building early structures. So go on 2 people, 100% of that. Let's see what this does. There's just no food down there, so maybe we should build or set a little fishing area up. There we go. Fish. That. And that's going to be 1 person, 100%. We'll need an air dryer. See how this very quickly progresses? But this can be temporary. This doesn't matter. So we'll have one of those. Food dryer. Right next to it. Right. Let's see what happens. You think the raiders will target it? I think they will too. Yeah, I agree, Telemachus. I think it's going to be terrible. If you're not sure how it's going to work, all the more reason to try it out and see what happens. I agree. That is a good way of thinking about it. If they do attack it first, in the first raid... See, what we need to do is we need to get enough sort of industry there so that when we do fortify it, there'll be enough people working around it to man guard towers and stuff. Otherwise, when the raiders come in one big mob, there just won't be enough people in it at all. So let's see what happens. We've got carts, we've got horses... yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. It'd be alright if the raiders approach from other directions. If we knew where the raiders were approaching from, that would, like, help massively. Are we getting those houses upgraded? Yes, we are. There's a lot of cows in here all of a sudden. How many is that? Well, not the young one. Slaughter them. Just because we can. In the end, I'll have to build everything. That is true. Look, people are exhausted by the time they get down here. But here we go. It's going to be interesting. And then, unfortunately, they have to go all the way back. I've got to bring mud and everything with me, so... It's quite a trek. It is quite a trek, actually, from the previous settlement. It's going to be fun to try. It's like a little colony. Leather. Oh, we're getting leather sorted out. And beer sorted out. And iron and steel. Let's put that on high priority as well. Still making bronze. We've got plenty of bronze. In fact, if I set that storage too low... No, we should be making loads of that. So let's also get... I think we can... They won't attack on there. I'm going to upgrade those all in one go. It's dangerous doing that because it requires a lot of iron, which I don't currently have. And if they attack over here, then I'll have no guard towers, but we're just going to have to bite the bullet with that, I think. Into winter. Hopefully there'll be no raiders in winter. Upgrade those 3. Got a few more little ones over here. Let's get the lot upgraded. Bad time to do it in winter. Stone is at 41. Let's do huge stone, chunk of stone wall. And is that one there? Yes, it is. In fact, let's just do the lot. There, that'll keep my people busy. Do you have boats? No, they haven't got boats in this game. That would be great, wouldn't it? If you could build them under the transport thing. A boat to go down the river. That would really help. We've got someone really thirsty, but there is a river just here, so it's okay. So we've got that ready. That's good. We've got our first wood pile done. We've got a campfire. I mean, someone's died of starvation. We just need that finishing. What's he unhappy for? He's hungry. Well, of course, there's no food down here. If only I could set that to, like, priority somehow. I'm going to have to do it. What I need to do, actually, we've got the storehouse. We can use a storehouse. What I can also do is set a... And this might work for a little bit. Is there any sort of bushes and stuff? Set like a food gathering area. There's got a few in, right. So that's going to do a bit. Yeah, just whenever there's food in there, people will harvest it and it'll get dumped in here, I think, because it's the closest. If that doesn't work, if people don't go and dump the resources at their nearest pits, that's where we're going to run into bother here. There's a lot of people dying of starvation. I'm guessing it's because food isn't down there and they're not bringing it with them. Yeah. We're going to see some more do this, I think. But hey, you know, forging a new colony isn't going to be easy. Put some camping TDs in the bushes. Yeah. A good old Jagdpanzer or something that should keep the raiders away. Oh, hang on. We do have some cattle to slaughter. Down to 14. Sheep's looking alright. Sheep. I do my best to keep my grammar up to standard. What else have we got? 2 males? 2 bulls? Yeah, I think we can afford to take one of those out. An old donkey? Not so old. What's that? An old male dog. Don't think people want to eat him. I mean, we've got some really nice resources here. It's just I don't think there's a way we can sort of manually split them between the bases, which is a bit of a shame. Hey, we've got a guard tower. Was that there before, that one? I'm not sure. Do eating dogs make your people unhappy? I don't think so. If it's a choice between starvation and a dog, it's the dog every time. I've still got things making iron, haven't I? Good. Because we do need iron. Charcoal, tons of wood. How did the wall get done? It didn't. Okay. Alright, well. I sense a raider attack coming soon, you know. I think if you're going to do a challenge like this with an extra settlement, the one to do it on is just normal difficulty. Because if you try to do this on hardcore, I don't think you would have a hope in hell. We've got linen cloth. We've got someone in there. We've got no... we've got some fish. Someone's dumped some raw fish in here. They've walked straight past the edge. Oh, no. There is some... Right, okay. Right. It's starting. We've got the basis for a camp. We've got settlement. We've got storage. We've got somewhere to cook food. We've got logs, but we've got no sticks. So let's go and put a stick gatherer up here somewhere. Which one is it? It's there. The basic. Oh, there we go. We've got... Is that all there is? You would think... Oh, there's a better stick zone. Actually, that's a good stick zone. That gets loads. One person... I'm going to set that to 100% because otherwise it's going to look at the total number I've got, including what's being picked at the other area, and it's not going to come and catch them. And that's going to be the same for the fishermen as well, actually. Because you can... I think you can set these... Can you set these by... I don't know. That's not going to make 100% of the population, so it doesn't matter for the fishermen. It does matter for this other stuff, though. The food's been taken. Trader has arrived. Sledge is no longer usable. What have you got? Iron ore, composite bows, leather. Leather's as useful as anything at the moment. In exchange, you can have... Time are we in? We're in spring. We'll get rid of some of these old things. Get rid of a lot of these old things, actually. Are there dedicated soldiers that man the defences? Nope. It's just any old civilian who can pick up a spear or a bow. If the only ones I think that go into the guard towers are people carrying bows or maybe slings. Haven't tested that out. And the rest sort of mill around behind the gates a bit. Okay, this is going to be interesting. It does look like a wilderness sort of logging camp at the moment. I've managed to build it right on... There's another food gathering zone here. Where did I put that other one? Okay, we're going to put another one right here. Food. That one, because there's quite a bit of stuff here, actually. There's enough to keep people alive, I'm convinced. Yeah, one person, gather everything. Strawberries. We'll see if we can make this work. It's going to be a challenge. Wolf attack. Where? Oh, it's dead. Oh, well. Let's see what this does. What I don't want them doing is dragging everything on flipping carts all the way up there. And so far, I think that's what they're doing. He's off all the way back to get a linen outfit. So I guess effectively we do need to make everything down there. Crafters and stables and the whole lot. But we'll get the trees cleared first. You would not eat your dog? I wouldn't eat my dog either. But maybe these are a different breed of dog. These are ancient dogs. Maybe they look juicy and delicious. And go down well with some plum sauce. Who knows? Is that my horse there? Yeah, slaughter that. What are we in? Summer. Plenty of grain. It is getting less each year, so at some point we're going to have to expand. Put another field in. Maybe just grow some more pulses. We have a lot of pulses. We don't need to grow more. Grain's the key thing, because grain's for bread and it's for beer as well. Beer. Maybe I should build a well down there. If I built a well down there. Bear attack? By the time I get there, my people have killed them. My people are rock hard. Ideally you'd have a professional army for defending multiple settlements. But I'm going to see how this goes. If this works, and I still sense disaster, because I'm pretty sure the game engine and mechanics aren't quite geared up to do this yet. But if it works, it'll be good. We're getting some fields opened up, which is nice. Is that a fisherman working? There's a few fish in there. Like, these people are starving, look. I've got no food. I'm going to build a granary. I know this doesn't look very well laid out, but if I can do anything I can to encourage the right buildings, I'm going to do it. And to get people to start storing stuff in there. You sense disaster too, Telemachus. We shall see. Still building the guard towers. I'm not interested in the trader right now. We've about got the stone wall up. We do have room in here for quite a bit more population limits. Right, we can get rid of these old knackered houses yet. Don't want to upgrade them, I'll just delete them. And they can be upgraded to a proper hut when the time comes. And that thing, yeah, come on, empty the contents and just get out. You're being evicted. How are we doing for... We've got tons of steel. Why aren't my blacksmiths making steel items? Let's take that off the list. Yeah. I want that iron to go up. Yeah, I'm losing a lot of people to starvation because of this settlement and people not having food with them. But once we get food down there, one way or another, I'm hoping that will fix itself.